Hello everyone, welcome to Java Express channel. This is Venkata Bhaskar. Today we are going to see interesting topic Unix and Linux operating system. This is the first tutorial of the Unix series and we are going to see fundamentals of the Unix, and if you are new to the Unix, you have reached to the correct place. What is all about Unix? Okay, what is the difference compared to the Linux server? Okay, this tutorial mostly target about the fundamentals of the Unix. I hope you are going to enjoy this tutorial. Everyone knows Unix is an operating system, right? So before going to learn Unix, we'll understand what is an operating system, how many types of operating systems, and what are the flavors available in industry, and what are the components of the Unix architecture, and some basic commands we will see. What is an operating system? Question yourself, think about yourself. Operating system is an interface between the user and computer hardware. This is a simple definition. That means a collection of programs which can be executed for end user request. What does it mean? If you observe in this diagram, there is a hardware is nothing but your desktop or your laptop. Like user like you or me, anyone, right? If you want to interact with the hardware, you need a system software. This system software is nothing but an operating system. On top of operating system, you are installing the applications like Google Chrome, VirtualBox, etc. So in simple terms, it's an interface between the user and hardware. Without operating system, we are unable to operate the system itself, right? You cannot install any application without OS. So that's why the OS is very important software program. Okay, an operating system can perform basic activities everyone knows, like file management, memory management, process management, and handling input and output peripherals like your keyboard, your mouse. So these are all the external peripherals, right? Then how it is working? So by these all basic activities, it will perform your operating system. And what are the types of operating system, right? Everyone knows. Okay, from Microsoft, initially they given as a MS-DOS. If you think about MS-DOS, it's like a black terminal, it's a command prompt, everyone knows. Okay, at a time one user can log in and he can perform a single task. He can't perform like listening music and doing some action. These type of activities cannot perform in MS-DOS. Okay, a single user, a single task. To overcome this drawback, Microsoft introduced one more operating system, MS Windows. So in Windows, if you see, it is user friendly, like a GUI is available, but is a single user multitasking. At a time, you can perform many activities. You can listen music, you can write a Word document, multiple actions you can perform. After that, one more operating system is Unix. Now our topic came now. Unix is multi-user operating system. Why I say multi-user operating system means multiple users can log in at a time. He can perform multiple activities at a time. That is called multi-user operating system. Unix is a base operating system. On top of that, in 1991, Linux came to the picture. So Linux is a clone of Unix, and still we have one more, Mac. This is also one of the operating system. Now we'll see Unix. Unix is a command user interface operating system. When Unix is introduced in 1971, is developed by the Dennis Ritchie. So by that time GUI is not available. So default only CUI based operating system, and Unix is a multi-user and multitasking operating system. Why I said means, okay, in most of the companies Unix and Linux servers are using. Why? Because in order to optimize the cost, like they will create a server, it's like a Unix server or Linux server, okay, they will create multiple users for that server, okay. For every user they can perform all the activities, so there is only one CPU is required if you want to perform multiple actions. Like if you take the Windows, at a time only one user can log in, but in Unix at a time maximum 6 users can log in. This is called multi-user operating system. Unix is introduced in 1960, but plus only CUI based, but now the new flavors Unix is available with GUI also. After 20 years the Linux is introduced in 1991, CUI plus GUI also, okay. What are the flavors of the Unix and the Linux? Flavor is nothing but different companies implementation for same kind of operating system. It's like a commercial, okay, you need to buy in order to work on that server. If you see here, flavors of the Unix is BSD Unix, SCO Unix. BSD is is a company, Berkeley software distribution Unix, okay. These are all the company names, so they introduce their own flavor. SCO Unix, IBM AIX, HP UX, Sun Solaris, these are all the flavors, these are all commercial. And in 1991 Linux flavors they introduced. If you see here, Red Hat is one of the company introduced Red Hat Linux, CentOS, Ubuntu, Fedora, SUSE, Kali Linux. These are all the flavors of the Linux. But internally, Linux is a clone of Unix. If you know the fundamentals of the Unix, you can work on any operating system if with little difference of commands. If you want to see what are the flavors are available in the market, there is one website is available, I will show you. There is a distrowatch.com. If you open this website, there is a right side column, see these are all the flavors, so you can customize the Unix operating system. So they introduced with the Linux, so Linux source code will be available. By using that one you can customize with your own implementation. See, hundreds of flavors are available here. If you given, see from 2002 onwards, if you click here, if you see these are all the hits per day, so many types of operating systems are available. You can see here only what is the latest version is available, everything you can see in this website. Well, coming back to here, and what is the difference between the Unix and Linux? If you type in the Google, you will see so many answers. Very simple way, Unix and Linux both are operating system. It will support multi-user and multi-platform, multitasking. So if you see here difference, Linux is a free in the sense you can download from a website, then you can install in your system through VirtualBox, then you can access the Linux. But whereas the Unix is not free, but still some paid versions are available. Some free purpose they given as a Solaris. Even though Linux prices are available, in the companies they will use like license versions, right? They won't use free Linux servers from the website. It should be a more secure. And source code is available for the Linux. Like if you develop a Java program, you given an executable file to me, right? By using that file only I can run that program, so I can't customize that one, right? That is Unix, that source code is not available. But in the Linux, source code you can customize, everyone can use, like you, me, or every. But Unix mostly used in internet servers, workstations and PCs. Mostly it will be used in the companies. This Linux OS can be installed on various types of devices like mobile. If you everyone using the smartphone, but internally it is a Linux OS. And Unix, as I already said, they will use for the internet servers and workstations. And Linux is a portability, nothing but you can keep the software in the pen drive, then you can boot your system, you can install the Linux. But Unix is not portable. By default Unix is a born shell, okay, whereas the Linux is a bash shell. Every command will be executed on top of the bash. Bash is nothing but born again shell. As I already said, Linux is a replica of the Unix, so Unix is a base operating system. When you see, the scope is very wide range and many interfaces are built on top of the Unix, and Unix is also more secure. And we will see now unique architecture, how the architecture is. As you see in previously, an operating system is a hardware and system software, application software and user. If you see the Unix architecture, there is a hardware. Hardware is nothing but your desktop or your laptop, anything. On top of that, two components are available. One is a kernel. Kernel is one component and the shell is one more component. So it is divided into two components. What it will do? Shell is a outer layer of Unix operating system. If you see here, shell is a outer layer of Unix operating system. It is an interface between the client application and kernel. If you see here, client application is nothing but here. This is user, right? This is my kernel. So shell is an interface. But kernel is an interface between the shell and hardware, right? What is the use of shell? What it will do exactly is, if you write any command, this command it will check whether it is valid or not. If it is a valid, and it will convert into kernel understandable form. It's like a machine language form, and it will hand over to the kernel. So these shell commands are copy command, grep command, tar, who. These are all the shell commands. Once you write like instead of copy command I given as my name is a Bhaskar, then it will give this command is not a valid command. If it is a valid command, then it will hand over to the kernel. Once it is hand over to the kernel is responsible to execute our commands. So the real action will perform by the kernel in order to interact with your hardware. So, okay, it is responsible to interact with the hardware component also. And memory allocation and processor allocation, everything will take care by the kernel. This is the difference between the Unix and the this is the difference between the shell and the kernel. Now you know what is a Unix operating system, how many flavors are available. This is a Unix component diagram, or it's a architecture diagram. Now we will see some basic commands. Before going through that, how I am accessing Unix is, I installed a virtual box. This is a virtual box. In this next tutorial, I will explain how to install a virtual box inside your Ubuntu OS. Okay, there is my Ubuntu system. So the screen will be display in this way. Unix, this is not Unix, this is a Linux. This is a Linux flavor is a Ubuntu. I will log in my system. Okay, this is a GUI based. If you see in software companies, they will give some IP address. If you want to access the IP address, only the CUI is available. Some putty terminal you can do SSH, then you can do it's only, there is no GUI component, only the CUI base. That's why we need to learn more about commands. Okay, we will see some basic commands. How in the left side, if you see, there is a terminal is there. Just if you click this one, a terminal will open. This terminal is like a command prompt in your Windows operating system. I'm going through the PPT. If you see here, hello command, like everyone know about hello world. If you learn any new programming language, people started to okay public static void. If you like a Java program, okay, public static void main println and hello world. Like in Unix also, if you print like a hello, see it is displaying a hello world program. This is also one command. For in order to work this one, you need to install hello in your terminal. Sudo apt install hello. If you do, it will install a package, and I already installed my package. So when I type hello, see I'm getting hello world as a output. Okay, and mkdir is nothing but create a new directory. Once you create a directory, if you want to navigate inside a directory, then you need to use cd command. Navigate to directory. Okay, once you navigated, if you want to see list of files available in your system, just you need list of files. This is the command you need to use. Okay, and where you are exactly the path. Okay, I will create here. I'm maximizing, just I'm clearing the screen. You can use a clear command. There is a command clear, clear. If you do this command, it will clear your screen. Okay, now if you want to show list of files, then I can use which command? ls command. See, ls command, what are the folders are available? Desktop, documents, downloads, music, pictures. Okay, if you log in with a user, for every user it will display these folders. It's a basic folders like documents, downloads, music and pictures. So these are the default folders. Okay, now I want to go to change to desktop directory. Okay, for the clear I'm displaying. See, now you can see here list of directories you are able to see, right? Now if I want to navigate to the desktop, cd command, as explained in the PPT, cd is nothing but navigate to directory, cd desktop. Okay, now inside I'm directory. If I do ls command, there is a test folder, right? Now we saw hello command, how to create a directory, how to navigate to a directory, how to see a list of files inside a directory, and a pwd. When I type pwd, see present working directory it is displaying. There is my user, Hulk is my username. This is a home directory. Inside home, my username. Inside username, there is a desktop, right? I said Hulk is my username. Okay, just I simply tell who am I. See, this is Hulk. Okay, as previously I explained, this is a shell terminal. When I type any command, it will check whether it is valid or not. If it is valid, then it will convert to kernel understandable form, then it will give action to the kernel. Now kernel will perform this activity. Okay, now we see this command is not a valid command. See, this is a command is not found. Okay, who am I think there is one who command is also there. See, there is a username, and this is a current date. Yes, current date is displaying. Still, which commands we have, we will see. This is current working directory. Current working directory. Who am I? No, who am I means it will display current user. Okay, touch we will see, and remove directory. So we'll see. Now we are in the desktop, right? I will create a directory with Bhaskar. Make direct. I created a directory. Okay, now I want to create a file. Okay, just touch abc.txt. if you see here, list of files abc.txt, this is a text file. How I created? By using a touch command. This is a simple basic command. Just I'm writing description here. Touch, create a simple file. Okay, remove directory. Okay, now previously I created a Bhaskar folder. Okay, this is a Bhaskar directory. Okay, now I want to remove a directory. Which command I need to use? rmdir. Okay, I given invalid directory name, then what it will say? Failed to remove no such file or directory. So it is saying this directory is not found in this current working directory. So remove, then I will type bh. If you type a tab, it will give the folder name under the bh what all things are available. See, now directory is removed. If you want to check, use ls command. See, now if you see list, there is no directory folder. So this is remove a directory, right? There is a remove command is there, rm command. Okay, I'm creating again directory Bhaskar 1. Okay, now what I will do, now by using remove command I will check, can I delete with this Bhaskar 1. See, is a directory, it is saying. Okay, remove directory we can use for the directories, and rm command you can use for the file. Okay, this command you can use for the directory and as well as a file. Previously I created a file abc.txt, right? So remove abc.txt. when I click here, see, you can cross verify. See, there is no file. So remove a file, rmdir, remove a directory or file. Rm command, this is whoami, it will display the current user. pwd is the current working directory, it will display. And touch, just to touch the file, it will create a simple file. Okay, there is a cal command. Where is my os? See, just I'm clearing the screen. As I already said, if I want to clear my screen, just you need to type a clear command. Okay, now when I cal, if you display this one, it will display with the current date and calendar. This is May 2020. See, current month it is displaying. Okay, if you want to display with the previous month, next year if you want to display how many years, how many months, we will see in further sessions. If I want to display a current date, just simple type date command. See, Friday, May 1st, time IST 2020. This is a date command. Display a current month, date. It will display date and time. You already know clear command, just clear the screen. Okay, now if I type as an exit command, see, terminal is closed. So these are all the basic commands. In the further tutorial we'll understand about Unix architecture, like a file system architecture we will see.